Hello, hi, good morning, my dear friends and students. I hope all are doing well and good. I am Ravi. You are watching Ravi Math Space channel for math education. Already in the channel, we are discussing and learning mathematical basic concept. Along with the basics, we are going to start new class content, that is for 10th class of CBSE and NCERT. So I am explaining for both Telugu medium student and English medium students. Both students can understand easily the content. I am trying to explain in Telugu. Also, please watch the videos, learn the concept and do the math perfect. Do the math perfect. So, the first lesson in the CBSE and the NCERT is what is now real numbers. First lesson is real numbers. Euclid. In the real numbers we have a syllabus. We have a first lesson syllabus is categorized 4 main major topics. What are those? First topic is Euclid division lemma. Second topic is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Third topic is proving irrationality of root 2, root 3, root 5. Fourth one is decimal representation of rational numbers in terms of recurring and non-recurring decimals. So these are the 4 major topics in the real numbers. Already we have studied about real numbers in the previous earlier classes very well and known. So in this 10th class we have a 4 main topics are there. What are those here? See, these are the 4 topics. If you want to means take the screenshot. So now I will start the first topic, that is Euclid division lemma. The topic is Euclid division lemma. First we have to understand the definition of Euclid division lemma. So before going to definition, so first we have to understand some basic concept. Suppose if I divide 2 number, why 2 number only? If you want to do any operation, either addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, means at least 2 numbers are required. At least 2 numbers are required. So if you want to perform any operation means we want 2 numbers. So here what operation we are considering? I am considering as a division. Suppose if I take 2 numbers 21 and 8. 21 and 8. These are the 2 numbers. These 2 numbers I want to divide. I want to divide. How to divide these 2 numbers here? So, big number is a dividend, smaller number is a divide. Meaning is this number is divided by this smaller number. Always bigger number is divided by smaller number. So, always bigger number is a dividend, smaller number is a divisor. Then we have to see. Suppose 21 divided by 8. 21 divided by 8. So divide now. How to divide? Already we know very well how to divide the given numbers. So 21 what time will become 8 table? 21 should not come 8 table. So nearest number we have to take. So 8 to the 16. 8 to the 16. It is the nearest number to 21. 8 3 is 24. It is for the greater than of our given dividend. That's why always take the nearest number or equal to the dividend number. So nearest number, that is 16. So now 21 minus 16 is the 5. Now we divide 21 by 8 means we got some answers. One is for here, 2 came, another one is 5. So this 2 is called quotient. What it is now? Quotient. This 2 is called as a quotient. The 5 is called as a remainder. 5 is called as a remainder. Now here already we know. So the number is, bigger number is dividend. Bigger number is dividend. Now here 8 is called as a divisor. 8 is called as a divisor. Meaning is, when we divide two numbers means we will get another two numbers. What are those? That is, one is for quotient, another one is remainder. One is for quotient, another one is remainder. What are the rules here? What are the rules here? Well, remember here, the remainder rule is, condition is what here? Remainder always lesser than of the, what it is now? Divisor. Remainder always lesser than of the divisor. So remainder sometimes may come 0 also. Sometimes may come 0 also. So what is the condition here? The remainder should be lesser than of divisor. This is the division process condition. Already we have learned in the lower sections. Now, okay. Now our answer is correct or wrong? Our answer is, whatever we are getting quotient and remainder, the process we done here, that process is correct or wrong. How to verify here? Yes. So we can verify the process. How we can verify here? We have a one statement is there, that is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Meaning is, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now here we have to verify. Substitute the whatever value here we are getting. Both LHS, RHS both are equal k means our division process is correct. Like this we have to verify. Now what is our dividend here? Dividend is equal to 21. Divisor is what here? 8. Quotient what we got? 2. Plus remainder how much? 5. Now simplify this one. 8 to the 60 plus 5, which is nothing but as a 21. Which is nothing but as a 21. So we got here 21 is equal to 21. So LHS is equal to RHS we got here. So our division process is correct. Already this division we know, we have learned, we did in the so many problems based on the division. We know perfect divisions. So why I am explaining here means, this division process we can generalize as Euclid division lemma. This division process only we can generalize as Euclid division lemma. What is that? So same process, how I can write? We can generalize this one. See, Euclid division lemma means how I can generalize. Meaning is, here for any two positive integer, for any two positive integer. So say that positive integers what here I am writing. So this one I am rubbing. If you want to means take out the screenshot. Yes. Same division process I am simplifying as a Euclid division lemma. So Euclid division lemma means it is not a new topic. Already we know the topic, we did the topic, but we are simplification in the another way. Way of explanation is different. Way of explanation, this topic, this statement we generalize. How we generalize? See here. See here. So for any two positive integer, say what are the two positive integer? A A and B. A and B. Condition is what, children, here? Remember, if I take A is dividend, B is divisor, means always A is greater than of B. Why? Already we know division rule. Dividend should be greater than of the divisor. Condition, if I am considering is dividend, B is considering as a divisor. Now there exists. When there exists, meaning is if I divide A divided by B. A divided by means then we will get two numbers, I told na. What are the two numbers? Quotient and remainder. There exists two unique integer. What it is? Two unique integer. Unique integer. Say what are those here? What are quotient and remainder? Quotient means Q and R means remainder. R means remainder. So such that. So we divide two numbers. There exists another two numbers, two positive integers, that is Q and means Q means quotient and remainder, such that how to verify the answer? How to verify the answer? Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, such that A means what here, children? Dividend. A is equal to divisor. What is the divisor here? B into quotient. What is the quotient? Q plus R means remainder. R means remainder. So already we have it in the division one condition is there. What is the remainder condition? What is the remainder where? Remainder condition. Remainder condition is what here? Yes, remainder is a greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0, meaning is remainder should come either 0 or greater than 0, meaning is in the previous case we got as a 5 answer, remainder. So one more condition, the remainder should be lesser than of B. Lesser than of B. This is called, it is called a generalization of a division process. This statement is called as a Euclid division lemma. What is meaning is Euclid division lemma. Once you see the name of lemma, what is the meaning of lemma? Lemma is a proven statement. Lemma is a proven statement. So what purpose this will used for proving another statement. What is the meaning of that? So Euclid division lemma means it is the proven statement. Why? Already we done division na? Same process only we converted into as a statement. Who converted? The name is called as a Euclid's. That's why here Euclid division lemma. So once again see the definition of Euclid division lemma. For any two positive integers, what are the A and B? There exists. When exists? If I do the division, there exists quotient and remainder. Quotient I can take Q and R such that dividend is equal to, meaning is A is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, meaning is B into Q plus R, where R condition is what here? So R is less than the divisor, remainder less than the divisor, and the value should be equal to 0 or greater than or equal to 0. So this is called as a Euclid division lemma. So it is not new topic, already we done in the lower classes. Already we done the same process only we generalize. Then it is called as a Euclid division lemma. How to generalize? How it is generalized? Same the topic, same as it is only. But instead of number, I have taken here variables. Okay. Now Can you tell me what is here? A here. A is what here? Very good. A is a dividend. Dividend. Now B is what here? B is what here? Divisor. B is what here? Divisor. Now Q is what here? Quotient. Quotient. Now R is what here? R is what here? Remainder. R is what here? Remainder. So it can be, how I can write it here? It can be written as, it can be written. How can written here? What is dividend? Now A means dividend. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Quotient plus remainder. This is called Euclid division lemma. I hope all are understood what is the meaning of Euclid division lemma. By using this lemma, we are going to prove the another statement. So we will take some applications based on the Euclid division lemma. Okay. First application of based on the Euclid division lemma. Once see how it is. Show that every positive even integer is of the form TQ, and that every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1, where q is a some integer. This is for another statement. So by using Euclid division lemma, so we have to prove this statement. Why? Already Euclid division lemma is a proven statement. By using that statement, we are going to prove the another statement. Here what is given here? See here, every positive even integer is of the form, meaning is even numbers. Even numbers form, generalization form should be how it is? 2q, and that every positive odd integer of the form, meaning is odd integers means odd numbers. Odd number form should be how it is? General form 2q plus 1, where q is an integer. This statement we have to prove. By using Euclid division lemma. Okay. First we have to write the given Euclid division lemma. What is the Euclid division lemma? Let A and B are two positive integers, then there exist two unique integers. What are those? Q and R, such that A is equal to BQ plus R. What is the condition of R here? R is greater than or equal to 0, less than B. Now it is the Euclid division lemma. By using this lemma, we have to prove this statement. If you observe, see here, both this lemma statement and this one, both are similar. See here also where it is 2q plus 1, here also bq plus 1 in the form here 2q plus r not given, it is nothing but the remainder is 0. So by comparing these two statement, can I take b value here? B value, yes. What is the b value here? B value 2. When we know the b value, we can find out the r values. Okay. Now putting, let it is as a 1, it is as a 1, putting b is equal to 2, where we have to put in equation 1, why? By observation of 2 under given statement under our division lemma statement. So compared to see here, it is for 2q plus 1, 2q plus in this form is there. So b value we can take here 2, b value we can take here 2, r value automatically will get, r value automatically will get. How to get means, see here. So if I substitute means what we are going to get, a is equal to what we are going to get, b means 2q plus r, 2q plus r. So now by using by substituting here b value here, r value we can find out. How it is, see, r is a, what it is now, lesser than or equal to 0, and it should be, sorry, r is a greater than or equal to 0, lesser than of b. What is the b here? 2. Can you tell me what are the r values here? So meaning is r start with 0, end with where? B means 2 lesser. So divisor remainder should be always lesser than of the divisor, means 2. So we can count 0, 1, 2. So r we can take 2? No. Why? Because r should be lesser than of the b. Meaning is, therefore r is equal to, I can take 0, 1. 0, 1. How? Here by seeing this one. So why we are not taking 2? 2 is the equal to r. No. Why? Because our condition is what? Always lesser than of the divisor. So 2 less means 1. So 0 to 1 only we should consider. So only in between how many numbers? Only 2, 0 and 1 only. So I am taking r is equal to 0, 1. R is equal to 0, 1. Now these r values we have to substitute in the equation 2. Let it is equation 2. It is the main definition is equation 1. So after substituting b value in that, it becomes as a equation 2. Now these r values we have to substitute here. After substituting, what we are getting, once we have to see. So you can take this screenshot up to here. Shall I run the question? Yes. Okay. 2 integers, unique. Okay. Now if r is equal to 0, if r is equal to 0, now we have to substitute in the where, if r is equal to 0, we have to substitute in the second equation. Substitute in equation 2. Then what we will get? Once see. Then what we will get? What is our original equation? A is equal to 2q plus r. If I substitute means what we are going to get? 2q plus 0, which is nothing but 2q. Which is nothing but 2q. Yes. Can you tell me this value? It is divisible by 2 or not? It is divisible by 2 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 2. What is now here? So variable coefficient is what here? 2. 2 is divisible by 2. So we can take it is divisible. It is divisible by 2. It is divisible by 2. So it is the first case. Now second, what is the second case? If r is equal to 2. If r is equal to 2, then what we are going to get? If I substitute means substitute substitute in equation 2. In equation 2. In this case, what we are going to get? See, I am writing here this one. Why? Because here space is not sufficient here. That's why I am writing as a 1 steps here properly. Okay. What we are going to get now? See, A is equal to 2q plus r. If I substitute means 2q plus 1. 2q plus 1, which is nothing but as a, yes, 2q plus 1. Can you tell me it is divisible by 2? No. Why? Because here 2 will be there, again here 1 will be there. This entire is not divisible by 2. So, it is not divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. So, sir, here what do you understand here? Divisible by 2. So, meaning is here, if you see here, so a number is divisible by 2. What we can say? It is a even number. It is a even number. We can say either multiples of 2 are divisible by 2 means we can say it is a even number. It is a even number. So, suppose the number is not divisible by 2. Then we can say it is a odd number. It is a odd number. Meaning is what here? See here. If I substitute means we are getting here 2q. Meaning is it is divisible by 2. Meaning is it is a what is? It is a even number. Form is even number. It is not divisible by 2. Meaning is it is a odd number. It is a odd number. When it is odd number means how it is the form here? It is 2q plus 1. It is for 2q. The question is what here? And the positive, any positive even integer of the form 2q. Even integer of the form 2q. So here we proved how this number is divisible by 2. How we proved? By using lemma. So next one is what here? Odd positive integer is of the form 2q plus 1. So it is in the second case we got 2q plus 1, which is not divisible by 2. Which is not divisible by 2. That's why it is a odd integer of the form. So finally what we confirm here? So finally what we confirm here? Any positive integers is of the form how it is of the form either how it is either 2q or 2q plus 1. 2q plus 1. Any integer is of the form either 2q means it is even number form or 2q plus means odd number form. So therefore what we can write? Every positive even integer is of the form 2q. So every positive even integer is of the form how it is 2q, and odd positive integer is of the form how it is 2 plus 1. 2 cube plus 1. Hence proved. Hence proved here. Is proved. So it is the proving of the statement by using Euclid division lemma. So very simple here, logic, don't get confused here. So how we simplified here? First we have taken as a Euclid division lemma statement. After what we observe by seeing the given question statement, by using the Euclid division lemma, we observed the both statements. So observing, we are taking the b values. Second condition is we are taking the b values. After taking the b value, we are going to substitute it in the Euclid division lemma statement. If I substitute the statement, if I substitute the b value in the statement, we will get the next second equation. So if you know b value, we can write the r values. We can write the r values. Here we are going to get the r values here 0 and 1. If I substitute r values in the second equation, we are getting the two forms. We are getting the two forms. What are those? First form is 2q, second form is 2q plus 1. First form is divisible by 2, but second form is not divisible by 2. Then we can say that when every number it is divisible by 2 means it is the even number, not means odd numbers. That's why we are confirming. What we are confirming? Any positive integer is of the form either how it is, either even integer of the form or odd integer of the form. Therefore we can concluding here every positive even integer of the form is 2q. Why reason? It is divisible by 2. So under odd positive integer is of the form 2q plus 1. Why? It is not divisible by 2. It is not divisible by 2. So it is hence proven. I hope you all are understand the concept thoroughly and perfectly. Yes children, మీరు మ్యాథ్స్లో పర్ఫెక్ట్గా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలన్నా, మ్యాథ్స్ని ఎక్కువ కాలం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలన్నా మనము మ్యాథ్స్ని అర్థం చేసుకొని చదవగలిగితే మ్యాథ్స్ అనేది చాలా ఈజీ. అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫర్ ఎస్ ఏ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్. ఇట్ ఈస్ సో వెన్ వీఆర్ స్టడింగ్ మ్యాథ్స్ మీన్స్ ఫస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్. అర్థం చేసుకొని మ్యాథ్స్ చదవండి. అర్థం చేసుకొని అనలైజ్ చేసి what is the given, what are the given values, what we are going to find out, what type of simplification is required in that process. If you like this, if you understand and analyze means, so maths is very easy. I hope all are understand the concept perfect and clearly. In the next class I will explain more applications on the topic of Euclid division lemma. Until bye bye. I am Ravi. You are watching Ravi Math Space channel for math education. See, so many children you are seeing channel but you are not subscribing. Please subscribe the channel. Encourage to be. Then only I can your subscription should be as a more encouragement, so I can do the more videos. Yes, thank you. Bye bye. Signing off.